Well, once again, I seem to be plagued with a few problems. Today I've got to completely dismantle this area to get to a joint which is way in the back here. Now the reason for dismantling this is because the waste pipe, the end blew off when we were trying to dump the waste, and consequently filled up not only the wet bay but also the bay next door, because there is a vent. I don't know if you can see. Well, I'll show you when I've got it disassembled. There's a vent that lets the heat into the wet bay, and because this was basically, this area was filled up with neat waste, very nice, it flowed into the next compartment. So not a very nice job, not a job I should have to do as the owner of a 2-month-old coach. But the reason I'm going to do the job is because I want it done properly, because I can't afford for that to happen again. Now clearly someone couldn't get to that and tighten it up enough, and I did get to it by getting my hand right at the back and tightening it up, but it came off again. So I've bought some different clips, stronger clips, and I'm going to put two clips around the pipe to really hold it firm, because when that macerator's on, the pressure from the macerator is phenomenal. So I'll let you know how I get on. Okay, been working for a couple of hours trying to remove the front panel. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the front panel out completely without bending it. So now here's the problem: the fact that the hose here has come away, and I don't think the clips are strong enough to hold it, because when you operate the macerator, the pressure that comes out is phenomenal. So I'm going to add either another piece of hose and more clips. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but whatever I do, it will be a lot stronger than the way it left the factory. So you can see, I think half the problem is that the actual hose, as it goes into the locker where the evacuation hose is, it's not held anywhere. So every time you use the hose, the whole thing moves. So it's got to come loose. So anyway, we're getting there. So I'll report back. Okay, I found the problem. This is the piece of rubber that connects the two pipes, and one pipe was in as far as my finger, and the other pipe was only in a fraction of the way. So consequently, I'm going to put 2 more Jubilee clips on this to make it really strong and really hold. I've replaced the rubber coupling that joins the two pipes with a new piece, only because the new piece looked had a thicker wall, same size but just had a thicker material. Looked more substantial, and I've put 2 Jubilee clips, what we call Jubilee clips or pipe clips, on each side. So we'll have to see if it holds, because if it doesn't, I'm not doing the job again. I've put most of it back together now. I've put the water hose back in and connected up some of the pipe work. But before I go too far, I suppose I better test it. Now, very important, this lever here, after it came back from the factory, they'd forgotten to open this lever. So very, very important, make sure that lever is open, because that's the lever that pumps the macerator waste through to that hose. The other lever, this lever needs to be closed, because this is the lever that dumps it here down to the 3-inch pipe. So I'm going to try it with waste water, not the sewerage. So I haven't put the macerator on. Okay, that all seems to be doing what it's supposed to do, so I'll turn that off and we'll try the black water now. Good luck. Okay, I'm pleased to say that everything's been put back together, and even if I say so myself, it's been put back better than they did at the factory. Obviously I've checked for leaks everywhere and everything seems to be fine, so there are a few things I can see that could vastly be improved, and that's the, as I said earlier on, there's two vents. There's one in the centre, which you probably can't see, and there's one low level. They could really do with being higher, and that would stop water flooding into the next chamber. So everything's all right. We've tested everything. I've tested the grey, I've tested the black, I've tested the macerator. Everything's back together. I've got no water leaks, and yeah, we're all good. So it's taken most of the day. I had to go out and get a couple of clips, but I would say probably 5 hours. So, but well worth doing, because now I've got the peace of mind that that hose is not going to come off because it's got 4 pipe clips instead of just 2. I have got to address the issue in here. There's 2 Jubilee clips which they've put on, but they're so sharp that it could easily cut the pipe when you put it back in. So I'll be wrapping some heavy duty tape around those just to stop them catching on that pipe. It's actually very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult to actually get in that compartment, so I'm not really sure. They must have very small people with long arms, because I just don't know how to get down there. But anyway, I'll put some tape around it and it should be job done. The other thing worth noting actually is that this vent here, it's a bit stupid. I mean, it's very nice the fact that you push it, but it's higher than the level. So basically you need about 1/8 of an inch of water for it to go down. You get left with lots of residual water. It's a bit like having the bath in a plug raised. The bath would never empty. So that is a bit of a design fault. That really should be sunk into the floor, so it's at least level, if not countersunk. But it's probably an oversight.